These 5 habits will change your life completely. Maybe you are a little bit surprised right now, but let me clarify this. You are on GD Medical, and today I'll tell you those 5 habits that will change your life absolutely. Well, I know that you tried tons and tons of times. I know that you researched in lots and lots of YouTube videos, but you haven't been successful so far. But what is the reason that you haven't been so successful? Maybe that you are doing something wrong. And let's get started. It might be even like a little bit basic. It might be something obvious, but remember, the obvious things are the things that we don't usually do. The first mistake that all the people do is waking up and going to sleep with the phone. And this is the first habit that we need to change. We need to make it into waking up and going to sleep without the phone in your hand. This is the most common problem nowadays. The thing is that most of the world's population right now has mobile phones, has smartphones, and therefore all of these different social medias, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, they are now generating lots and lots of content, and it is being really addictive nowadays, and people are obviously getting addicted because we're very easily getting addicted. The thing is that these content which is being posted in those platforms like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, many others, is basically generating the source of cheap dopamine for most of the people. And we know that cheap dopamine is really tasty for our brain. The person who is addicted to watching movies or watching shorts, watching, I don't know, Instagram Reels or something like that at the night before the sleep is nothing different than a person who takes heavy drugs, because they are still kind of on the same loop of dopamine. Switch off your phone. Don't take your phone whenever you are going to sleep. You are becoming addicted. And if you are doing so, you are already addicted. We need to get rid of that addiction. Start your morning in the right way. Don't start your morning with the phone. Put your phone off. Don't take it whenever you are waking up. Go do something useful. Go do something different. Go drink a coffee. Go do some exercises. Go for a walk. Boost your brain a little bit. Go do something, but without the phone. Don't take your phone as soon as you wake up. If you wake up with the phone, half of your day is absolutely gone. It's absolutely gone. You don't even feel that, but it is actually absolutely gone. Now let's move on to the second habit. Second habit is stop watching this. I know that you do. Don't tell me that you don't. I know. I'm looking in your soul right now through this camera, yeah? And I know that you are watching this. Don't. The thing is that this is another very common problem nowadays, especially of male gender, obviously. The thing is that it should not be quitted. If you quit doing kukulala tumamba, then you might get something which is called chronic prostatitis, because it is never useful, to become extreme in something. And in this question, you should not be extreme also. You should reduce it to the minimum, rather than quitting it completely. Let's move on to the third one. Third one is obviously control your carbohydrate intake and fat intake. The very common problem, nutritional problem nowadays, is that people do not control the level of the carbohydrates and fats they're consuming. Why is it not useful to eat too many carbs, and what can it lead to? You can watch in our glucose video that we did recently. It's the first video in our channel, so please go watch it, leave a comment in there, let us know what you think about it. And the same I'm going to repeat in here. Too much glucose is basically stimulating your insulin release over and over and over again, and your cells become over time insulinoresistant. This is basically causing something which is called diabetes mellitus type 2. In fact, it is the same insulinoresistance, but in a more severe form, and developing obviously over a longer period of time. And when you get diabetic, you get a lot of different issues, starting from vascular issues, ending with some neuronal, kidney problems. You obviously get brain problems, you get visual problems, you get many different problems which are associated with diabetes. Again, you can watch those in our glucose video. And we are moving into the fourth reason. And this is the most obvious one you're going to tell me. This is start doing sports. What do I mean by that? Because very broad sentence, start doing sports. You can ask me what kind of sports, how much, how frequently, and the main question is why you should do sports. Well, this is the most important question that nobody answers. In those different YouTube videos that you watch, many of people saying that it boosts your cardiovascular, it boosts this, it boosts that. But why does it do so? Why? Because when person understands why does he do that, without just, like general terms that everybody can say, if you go and ask some grandmother standing right now outside my door and looking into my eyes right now, even she can answer that you need to do sports, you need to be fit, you need to be this, you need to be that. But let's look at it from a more literate point of view. Sports is a good stressor for your organism. And we know that during stress, we release different hormones, which are helping our organism to adapt to that stress. What are those hormones? Well, in the first phases of the stress, we usually release something which is called norepinephrine and epinephrine, which are released in your adrenal medulla. After some time, after that stress goes on, you start releasing something which is called glucocorticoids, or in other words, the most important one that we need to remember is cortisol. Cortisol is, as we said, a glucocorticoid released from the adrenal cortex, from the zona fasciculata if you are it facilitates lipolysis. Not only lipolysis, rather also gluconeogenesis, also glycogenolysis, breaking down of the glycogen and so on. But the main thing that we want to focus on is lipolysis, because all of that kilograms that you have are in the lipid, are in the adipose tissue, subcutaneous tissue, call it whatever you want. It's in the fat tissue that you have. And lipolysis is what we want. And lipolysis is what breaks down the fat. So cortisol helps you in lipolysis. Therefore, doing sports is great. But the best sport that you can do when you are not at the gym, I recommend going, for example, I personally recommend going to the gym. You can do boxing, you can do MMA, you can do whatever you want. I think no more than 1 hour, 1 hour and a half. I think it's maximum that you can do. You can do it 3 times per week. It's perfect. High intensity cardio. You should do 3 times per week at least, I think, because you need to keep your muscles in the good tone. You just feel better. When you are feeling strong, you just feel better. From my own even experience, I always feel better whenever I feel myself strong. It's obvious for everyone. But the best type of sports that you can do when you are not in the gym, when you are somewhere outside, is just walking. Yeah, you will be like, why walking? Well, an interesting fact about walking is that when you are walking for 1 hour, you are actually burning about 350 calories. You will tell me, but that's nothing. Yeah, but imagine if you are walking 3 hours per day, 2 hours per day. Sometimes you don't even notice that you are walking so much. You just go to the job, you just go to uni, you just go to library, wherever you are going, you go clubbing, you are just walking. But that walking, it's the best way to burn fat. You are just basically doing the low intensity cardio, which does not overload your cardiovascular. It does not stress you too much. You don't release such a big amount of norepinephrine and epinephrine, which are boosting your heart rate, which are boosting your blood pressure. And obviously, if you have cardiovascular problems, that's not good for you. If you are in a severe stress, if you are doing severe strenuous exercising, it's never good. But when you're doing low intensity cardio, which doesn't require too much of an effort, which doesn't require you too much to do, you just walk and that's it. Your heart rate doesn't go like above 120. Your blood pressure doesn't go above like 160 systolic and 100 diastolic, or something like that. So it is just a very regular and very simple way to burn calories and feel yourself good. So walk more. And the 5th habit and final habit that for today is focus on yourself. Again, a very broad one. It actually means a lot of things. What do I mean? Think about yourself first. The only person that is nearby you, is always with you, that whether you will be in a good situation, bad situation, I don't know, would it be the best day of your life, the worst day of your life, is only you yourself. Only you. You are the one who are always with you in any situation. Therefore, you need to value yourself first. Don't waste your time on people who are not interested in being with you just because who you are. Just because of who you are. Don't waste your time on girls. Girls will come. If you do whatever I said before, girls will come to you. If you are spending time on self-improvement, if you are actually learning something, doing something in this life, at the same time being fit, smart, and educated, obviously everything will follow. Friends will follow, girls will follow, I don't know, many interesting people in your life will follow. Value 2 things in your life: your family and yourself. Those are the 2 fundamental things. And obviously, if you are religious, you need to value God as well. So these things should be on one place for you. I hope that these helped you, and please let me know in the comments if you applied at least one of these habits into your life. Please let me know how it goes. Maybe we need to improve something. Maybe we need to record part 2, maybe something else. Please also make sure to share this video, to leave a like obviously, and subscribe to our channel. And I'll see you guys next time.